My ex-wife, who threw me out of our house, came back to seek for a job in my company. I disguised. She doesn't know I am the owner of the company. Story time with Trendy Grandma. Listen as I read. My name is Tomorrow, not the real name. I own a company. None of my staff knew me as the owner except the manager and the secretary. I had told them not to disclose my identity. I don't usually go for a visit. One day, I visited the company and I saw my ex-wife, who had thrown me out of my own house. I asked the manager and he said she is one of their staff. I instructed the manager to promote her to personal office, give her a car, a bungalow, a garden boy, security, and other emoluments. An undeserved position though, of which he did. A month later, I went there as a job seeker. As soon as she saw me with my application and CV, she rejected me outright, threw my application at my face, and immediately retrieved it from the floor and tore it to pieces and threw it into the waste bin. She informed me I will never get employment nor an opportunity at the company. Also, she swore on heaven and the earth that all this would happen. She boldly declared that the only way I'll get employment at the company was over her cold, dead body. I came the following day with another application and went on my knees to beg her. But she refused and spat into the waste bin and said, even if I was the only bridge to cross to come to work, she would opt for a boat and call the security men to throw me out. So I left. One day, I went to the company in my real identity and entered her office with the manager who introduced me to her. She quickly knelt down, crying and begging me. The proposed rejected bridge. She informed me that her entire family depended on her for survival. If her employment was terminated, she added, life would be absolutely horrendous, not only for her, but also her entire family. She even promised to remarry me. We both stood there motionless and speechless, which left the manager befuddled. Many things started racing in my head. Should I call for the police? Should I strip her of her current position or her former position? Should I cancel the unqualified benefits given to her? Should I accept such a woman back? Please, I need your advice. I saw this write-up somewhere and I decided to read it to you guys. Because to be honest with you, you might think that such a thing will not happen, but such things happen day by day, every time. Such things, they do happen. So, in a case like this, if you were in the position of this man, would you accept this woman back as your wife? Would you take away all the benefits? Would you relieve her of her job? If you were the man, what would you do? Then, if you were the woman, would you swallow your pride just like she did, begging and crawling on the floor, asking him to take her back? Or would you gallantly say, you know what, to H with whatever you have? What would you do as a woman? You know, this life, what goes around comes around. We must not break the bridge through which we pass through to get to our destination. Because at the end of the day, we might need that bridge again. You can imagine, you sent a man out of his own house. You did all these things only to squander the money and come back to that same man for employment. This happens every day, especially in Europe, where many women will send a man packing from his house And at the end of the day, they take over everything that belongs to the man, thinking that the world is enough for them. Remember, what goes around comes around. Yeah, and for men who will marry a woman and start treating the woman like a trash, if the woman say anything, you say, I bring you out from the village. I bring you out from that slum. Excuse me, somebody must help somebody. If you bring somebody from the slum or you do this and do that, that doesn't mean that that person is not a human being. One person must help another. So let us always learn to treat each other with dignity. What you will like others to do unto you, do it unto others.